Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, I want to introduce myself. My name is Rifki Hidayat. I come from Bogor. So now I from regular evening 6th semester. In these videos, I want to explain my introduction. So from literature review, data analysis, data collection, instrument, and participant. The first is my title is exploring students learning strategies in speaking activities in FL classroom. Introduction. What is speaking? Speaking, according to COSAR and Badir 2014, is an interactive process of an conducting meaning which consists of producing and receiving information. So, learning strategies into 6 groups from Oxford 1990. The first one is memory strategies. So the second is cognitive strategies. The third is comprehension strategies. So the fourth is affective strategies. The fifth is metacognitive strategies, and the sixth is social strategies. In learning to speaking, there are many strategies including first one is creative text, so group discussion, so out of the box, storytelling, and the last is daily conversation. My research question number one is what are the student learning strategies that are often used in speaking activities in FL classroom? The second is how did they use the strategy in FL classroom? Purpose of the study. Number one is to find out students' interest in learning strategy to speaking. So to find type learning strategies in speaking they use. So the third is to find their difficulties in learning to speak in English. The previous research explained that students often use memory strategies in their vocal. Students use imagery and visual connection in learning. What is benefit from my research? The benefit of the research is to make it easier for students to do speaking, learning by determining effective learning strategies in speaking activities. So, significance of the study, I want to take from theoretically and practically. Literature review, learning strategies and speaking activities. So the last is speaking. Learning strategies. Learning strategies are technical approach of thoughtful action that students take to be learning and recall both linguistic and content area information. In other words, strategies are the way or action that the students have in preparing them for their learning. The next is speaking activities. Brown 2004 says speaking has 5 components, namely number 1 is grammar, so vocabulary, comprehension, so fluency and pronunciation. Students have to be aware of these components. Before they speak, they should know what they will say. Therefore, they need to have many ideas in their mind about what they will say. Okay. Next is speaking. Brown 2004 out that speaking is an interactive process of constructing meaning that involves processing and receiving and processing information. They must also learn about how to deliver the meaning of the language according to the context they are speaking. And I have 2 activities for speaking. Number 1 is learning for speaking. Number 1 is storytelling in daily conversation. Number 1, storytelling. Subianto 2013 explained that storytelling is a series of systematic strategies concerning the activity of transferring stories from the narrator to the listener. Okay? Transferring stories from narrator to the listener. So, understanding or knowledge that is formed is students. About the set of character of various character can be generated from listening to the stories told by the narrator. Second is daily conversation. Samsudin 2013 says Daily conversation is conversation activity modern boarding school from Darussalam Guntur, which students do by forming a line with friend actively and critically. So this is design. The research is going to use case study design. What is case study? A case study is an in-depth study of single person, group, or event. In case studies, almost every aspect of the subject life and history is analyzed for patterns and cause of behavior. And the participant, this research will take from Arido boarding school in Sentul. I want to take from one class in junior high school. So the participant is 5 of the student. Yes. Okay. From data collection, this research data was obtained to be used so that research can analyze the problem of this research. Researchers will collect data which is divided into 3 stages. I want to data collection from 3 stages. Number 1 is research will carry observation. So the second stage, so the third stage research will conduct interview to study the data. Okay, from data collection, research will collect data which is divided into 3 stages. The first stage will apply a questionnaire. The number 1 is apply a questionnaire. So the second stage is observation. So the third stage is research will conduct interview or study the data. Data analysis. The data which is collected from the questionnaire, observation, and interview, yes, 3 stages, will be analyzed to explain the distribution of data and also for answering the research question. The process of data analysis falls into following step. Okay, from data analysis 3 steps. Number 1 is assembling step, so analyzing step, so finishing step. Assembling step, data from observation, so analyzing step, describe the data from questionnaire, so finishing step, drawing conclusion of the outcomes. Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.